In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up this website. It's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. So you have the home page with all this information. You have about us. You have services. You even have a blog section, and then you have a contact page. So I'm going to be showing you the fastest and cheapest way to do it, and I'm going to take you step by step through the whole process. If you have any questions at any points, you can leave them in the comments below, and I'm going to try to answer them. Okay, so to have a website, you need two things. You need a domain, which is mycompany.com or something like that. It costs about $10 a year. And the second thing you're going to need is a host. And I'm going to show you the cheapest hosting provider you can use. And yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so to be completely transparent with you guys, I am affiliated with two popular hosting providers. One is hosting.com and the second one is hostinger.com. There's links to both of them in the description. If you use my links to make a purchase, it basically gives me a small commission and it helps me continue making these videos. If you don't want to use the affiliate links, you can just go directly to the websites and that's totally fine. So at the time I'm making this video, Hosting has a deal that starts at $199 and Hostinger starts at $299 a month. Hosting has a better 1-year option. It totals to $24 and that includes the domain for the first year. Okay, so let's just go with 1 year and then server location. Just pick the closest location to your users. I'm gonna go with Germany because I'm in Europe, and then register a new domain. Let's just go with myawesomebusinessllc.com. Let's see if that's available. It is. Add to basket. Okay, great. Confirm and proceed. Okay, now for some reason they make you buy the domain for 2 years, but we can change that. Just click on edit and then switch from 2 years to 1 year, and that makes it free. Confirm and proceed. Okay, great. So now that totals to $24. Let's proceed to checkout. Okay, continue. Okay, let's add our billing. Okay, great. Order complete. And now we can just go and set up our website. Okay, so now go to all products and then go to login to control panel. Okay, now scroll to the bottom and you can find WordPress either here or here under software. Click on either of the two, then hit install. Okay, now make sure the protocol is HTTPS. The directory should be empty. Site name and the description, and then uncheck all these plugins. Set up an admin username, a password, and then an email, and then hit install. Okay, so that's installed. So if you open your website right now, you should be looking at a fresh WordPress install. A fully working website, and now all we're going to do is set up a theme and start customizing it. But before we do that, I'm going to show you how to install WordPress on Hostinger. So you go to your dashboard or HPanel, then click on your website, create, select business, WordPress, select language, email, and password, then hit continue, uncheck all these plugins, skip the AI thing. And now you should have WordPress install complete. And you can click on admin panel. To get to your admin panel, just add /admin at the end of your URL. And that's going to take you to the login screen. Hit login. Okay, great. Now we're going to go to appearance, themes, add theme. And we're going to search for Bosa logistics. And we're going to install this theme. Okay, now let's activate it. Now hit get started. Okay, now there's a few banners. Dismiss all of them. Now go and scroll down and import the first theme. Click install, and now click next. Import. Now the import is going to happen. It's going to take a few seconds. Okay, so now it's installed. If you click view my site, you can see that everything is set up. So if you go through the pages, you have complete structures with placeholder images and text. I think these icons they're supposed to be on the same line. So let's go to dashboard and then go to Elementor, I don't know, settings. Okay, dismiss again all these banners. I don't know why they keep showing up. It's probably a bug. Then go to performance, features, not performance, and disable all these three. Now hit save, and let's try to refresh. Okay, that's fixed it. So yeah, if you have that bug, just disable all these three ongoing experiments in Elementor, and that should fix it. Okay, so we have the website set up. Now all we need to do is add our own details, our own information, logo, pictures, and contact details. The way we do that is really simple. So let's say you want to edit the header. Hover over edit with Elementor and select header. Close this. And in here you can change pretty much everything. But I wouldn't suggest you change the logo and the menu from here. If you want to change the logo, go to homepage and go to customize. And go to site identity. And you have the logo. You can change it. The reason we're going to change it from here is because it's going to change it globally. I think it's also using the logo in the footer. And that's going to change it in both places, so we don't have to do it all over again. So you have to change the logo. Just go to click change logo and go to upload files and just select your logo. Now if you don't have a logo, you can go to canva.com and search for trucking logo or the live transport logo, and then just pick from any of these templates, add your own company name, and just download it. And then you can upload it on your website, and it should be pretty simple. So you can customize a lot of things. Let's assume you're done with setting up the logo, and now let's focus on the menu. So the way you remove items from the logo. Let's say you don't want to have a blog. So go to dashboard. Or actually, you can just hover over dashboard, and you have menus right here, or you can go to appearance menus. It's the same thing. And you can just remove the block from here. If you click remove and then hit save, and now you preview, you can see that it's gone from the menu. That's one option. The second option is to just go to pages, all pages, and you can remove it from here, trash. That's the second option. But we're gonna keep it. So let's go and add it back again. So go to view all, blog, and let's move it back above contact. Okay, it's back. Okay, so let's go back to the header. So we've set up the logo, we have the menu. Now we can start customizing. Maybe you want to change the number, so click on edit, and on the left side you have the number, which you can change. You can change the icon if you want. You can do lots of things. You can change the spacing, you can change the colors, you can do anything you want if you want to customize it. So you have the icon, you have the color. You can pretty much customize anything you want. So now let's say you want to get rid of this button. The way you do it is right click and hit delete. Now right click again and delete the whole section. Okay, let's increase this width. Okay. So that's one option if you don't want to have that call to action button. I think this looks actually better. The second option would have been to just link this button. So let's try to undo. So hit Control or Command Z and click on the button, and then you can add a link right here. You can obviously change the text, maybe schedule call, and then you can link it to Calendly or something like that. So you can set up an account on Calendly. It's really simple. Just create an account, and then you're gonna get this link. And if you paste it, anyone who opens the link is going to be able to set up a meeting with you, and you're going to get a notification, and you can have the meeting with them. Now, I'm just going to remove the button completely because I don't need it. So let's just go ahead and let's increase this section size. Okay, I'm just going to go with this version. Now let's refresh the page. Okay, that looks great. Okay, now we have the header set up. Let's take a look at the footer. So this section. So the way we edit this one is go and hover and select footer. Now the edits are done the same exact way. Just click on edit and then add your new content or remove it. If you want to change the logo, click edit, and then you can click on choose image. If you want to change the social links or you want to remove them, just click on the X to remove or expand them and change the link. If you want to add items, you can click on the plus and add item. 2025. Okay. And you can do the same exact thing to all these sections. Remove links, change them. Okay. Change the phone number. And like I said, if you want to undo things, hit Control or Command Z, and that's gonna do it. So now let's publish this. And let's preview it. So view page. Okay. Let's go to the home page. Okay, so let's assume you're done with the header and the footer. You can obviously customize it however much you want. But the bottom line is that's how you do it. You just click on edit and you add your own stuff or remove it. Now let's focus a bit on the actual content on the page. So the way you edit the actual page is you click on edit with Elementor. Okay, and it works the same exact way. So if you want to remove this, for example, right click, delete. If you want to change the text, click on edit. You have the headline, the title, the subtitle, description. If you want to link this button, click on edit. You have link right here. You can change the flags. You can remove them. You can do anything you want. If you want to change this image, click on edit. Okay, that's not the one. Edit container, style. This is the image. Choose image and then just insert media, upload your own truck or pictures, and it will replace the existing image. This play icon plays this YouTube video. To change the video, just paste the URL in here, and that's going to replace the video. Logos the same exact way. You can add or edit the logos from here. So like I said, everything is really customizable. So this thing is bugged, for example. Let's duplicate this. Duplicate. Okay, we're duplicating the wrong thing. Okay, right click, duplicate. Okay, and now let's delete. Delete. Okay, so that fixed it. Yeah, so we fixed that. So the way we do things, we edit things, like I said, is you just click on the edit and add your own details, basically. Now let's say this is the block section. This is the only part of the page that doesn't behave like you would expect. For example, you can't really remove blog posts from here. The way the blog posts work is if you go to your website and then go to dashboard and then go to posts, you can see all your existing posts and they appear here. If you want to remove some of them, you can just trash them, click trash, and they get removed. If you want to create them, click add post and add title, description, and then hit publish, and they will appear both on the homepage section right here. So this is the blog grid, and they are also going to appear on the blog page, which is your blog page, this one. A list of blog posts, which you can click and read the whole post. So if you want to remove this whole section, right click on the main, or just close, click on this X, and that's going to remove it. Yeah, if you don't want the blog section, you can remove it like that. But if you want to keep it, you can just keep it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So now let's assume you're done with the home page and move on to the next page, which is about us. Again, it works the same exact way. Click edit and it opens it. By the way, if you want to add sections, maybe at the bottom, click the plus, select grid, maybe you want it split in 2 parts. Now go to the plus on the left side and you have all these pre-made components. Some of them are not free, but some of them are. Okay, I don't know what this is. Let's just add it. An image, accordion. Let's just add some text. and then you can customize it obviously the way we just did. But yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you add sections, and I just showed you how to remove them. And yeah, just go ahead and add your images, your banners, and your content, save it, and you're done. Services, the same exact way. To fix this, just duplicate one of these and then just remove the first one. I don't know why it's bugged. Yeah, okay, now we have the blog. So the blog is a little bit different because you can't click on edit. But if you, so like I said, this page gets generated automatically based on your posts, and they will appear here. So if you want to customize the sidebar, right here, go to customize, and then go to widgets. Okay, widgets, and then find right sidebar. And you can add in here whatever you want. If you want to remove the block, this thing, or just reorder it, or add a widget, that's how you do it. Just here, you just added a calendar. That's how you do it. Okay. Contact us. Okay, so you have the contact form. It's not set up. The problem with the contact form is a bit complicated because the emails might get rejected by your email provider. So the simplest way to do it is to just add your email right here and just remove the contact form section. And another problem is the map embed. So the problem with the map embed, so if you click edit, you'll on the left, it's going to say that you need a Google Maps API. I mean, the process is straightforward. You just have to add the API key here and save, and then just add the address, and it's gonna work. The problem is that to get a Google API key, so create one here. To get one, you will need to add your credit card to go through the process, to the setup process, and so they have a free plan. As soon as you go over the free tier limit, they will start charging you money. So I would just simply remove the map entirely to just not have to worry about it. If you still want to have the map, one way to do it is to just take a screenshot of your location through Google Maps and then just link to it. So let's right click, image, add an image right here, and then remove this section, delete. Now let's go to styles, border radius 36, and now go to content, upload an image. I already have a picture of a map. Okay, select. So I have an embed of my map. Now I can even link it. So go to link and select custom URL. You can paste this. You can paste the Google Map URL in here, and when someone clicks on the map, it's gonna take them to Google Maps. That should probably be enough. So let's publish this. At this point, we have a fully working website. Everything is live. It is set up. You have the main pages. You have the contact section, your phone number. You have a blog, and everything is set up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any questions, you can post them in the comments below. I'm gonna try to answer them. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, that's pretty much it.